Greetings, YouTube community. You're using your eyeballs and hand to do one thing. Watch this show. This is the Culturalist. Cue the music. Today, grocery shopping during a pandemic is bad enough, but imagine not wearing a mask and having Karen by your side. I sure don't want to imagine that. And Facebook is toxic enough. Let us talk about the types of people we see on it every day. All of this will be talked about now. Hello, welcome to the Culturalist, a show in which I, James Blinken, a white male, talks about culture or things that interest me. Now, before you click off this video and dislike it and comment saying, "Fuck you, you one-star clown that looks naked without any makeup on," let us talk about supermarkets. Why? Because I get insecure without my clown nose, and two, why the fuck not? Now, you might be asking, why are you talking about this? Well, because going to the grocery store as of late is a big deal. We've been in lockdown because of a certain virus. I blurted out because mentioning it gets me flagged on YouTube. Going grocery shopping takes a lot of effort, putting yourself at risk of being in a somewhat contained space with other people you don't know and may or may not be sick or not. It could be worrying, of course, but if you're careful, meaning wearing a mask, washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, and don't take forever in said grocery store, you should be fine. Or you could be like this lady. Well, that lady should watch out because she lives in Staten Island, the only place in New York City that people discount in not being in New York City. Us New Yorkers rather count the Meadowlands in New Jersey as a part in New York because they at least have the Giants. Don't get me wrong, I don't like football much and the Giants currently suck. But even then, New Jersey gives us football and Staten Island gives us this lady who looks like one of those English teachers you had in high school that has Weird the Great Gatsby fan fiction on Tumblr. But that is besides the point. When you're rushing right now getting your food and supplies in the supermarket, the last thing you want in front of you is a couple. Like, damn it, Karen, do you really need to bring Bob to the grocery store with you? It's annoying. Like, when I'm waiting in line at the grocery store and you're in front of me, Karen, the last thing I want is to see Bob cutting in front of me asking you if he got the right type of Cape Cod potato chips and you angrily screaming at him, making the whole store look at you as you have a shit fit because Bob got the regular chips instead of the 40% less fat ones. For God's sakes, deal with it because you know you're gonna finish the bag in the next day and not even know the damn difference. The thing that bothers me most is that most stores right now are limiting the number of people that could be in them to help with social distancing efforts. So Karen, leave Bob at home to run in his hamster wheel you got him that one time he called you a control freak, which you clearly are. Then go to the grocery store on your own and buy the 40% less fat-free chips and let the line move faster so we, the other people in the store who clearly you care little about, get back home safely instead of waiting long time in a small contained space with you, Karen. And now, let's check out today's upcoming local programming.
Not enough room for hustlers at the local strip club? More at 11.
Beyond supermarkets, let us talk about Facebook. Twitter's more awkward and more embarrassing big brother. Now, there are many types of different people who use Facebook, including your nephew who posts 15 times a day with articles on being woke, and that make you feel like a horrible person for not having politics control 100% of your social life. Then on the other hand, you have your racist uncle who defends himself that voting for Trump does not make him a racist. But let us face it, if you defend yourself for not being something, you probably are. Then you realize your uncle posts things from Bill O'Reilly's news website. Then you ask yourself, that guy's still around? Yep, he has a web show, a radio show, and a new book coming out called Killing Crazy Horse, which I'm pretty sure is one of his rejected stripper names. Of course, Bill went with the more obvious choice, Blower Bill 69, which sounds like a third grader would accidentally name his Fortnite account after his favorite thing, the number 69, without knowing its sexual connotation, and a blower motor. Isn't it so cool? It could blow warm and cold air. That's amazing, right? Just me? Okay. Of course, You have that one girl you friended on Facebook after you met her once at that party you can barely remember, who posts too many pictures with her boyfriend Brad and her other boyfriend Chad. Weirdly enough, they're okay with it. And she also posts links to dog adoption centers that make you just feel bad that you cannot just adopt all the dogs in the freaking world. Biscuit, yes, you are cute, and I bet you are a good boy, but I can't have you, your brother Mr. Barks, and your sister Libbets. And by the way, who the hell names their dog Libbets? It sounds like a weird infection your dog could get in their butt and you never heard of in your life. Okay, I think my point is made. There are many different types of people who use Facebook, and all three examples I listed above either make you feel like shit, make you mad, and again, make you feel like shit. But let's focus more on the second example. Facebook is a petri dish of political disagreements, from people posting fake articles about how Trump has a big penis size, which shows he is not a liar, and you're welcome for not showing a picture of that made-up article title. By the way, it was published by Bill O'Reilly's news website. But wait, how can a made-up article be published by Bill O'Reilly's website? The same way they publish news every day, because it's fake, and that's a fake slam.
Fake slam.
My point is that Facebook can be a toxic place filled with too much fake news, too much real news, and too much shit about local dog adoption centers. Again, don't get me wrong, if I could, I would adopt all the adoption centers on the planet Earth. If you are like me and tired of just seeing too much stuff on Facebook, just don't keep the app on your phone and make a promise to yourself to only look at the website once a day to lower the intake. Talking about intake makes me sound like I'm comparing the use of Facebook to a drug, and yes, I am. It's like a drug that pulls you in. It's like when your friend says, hey, try some crack, and you do. And then you are like, hey, I like the crack, and want to do it again and again. And each time you do it, it feels great and different. That's Facebook, a drug that you keep taking and don't know how the hell to stop it. Limit the amount of Facebook you see, and for God's sakes, don't get your news off your friend's feed. Get it from real sources like your local newspaper, because supporting them is always a great call. Or even the Washington Post, even BBC. They don't give a fuck about our country's dumb political shit. They try to keep the news as straightforward and little partisan as possible. So stop listening to the ignorant uncles and nephews on Facebook and check out the facts for yourself. Anyway, that's our show. Until our next encounter, I'm James Blinken, and this has been The Culturalist. Stay safe.